most popular goals that runners have is to break the 2-hour mark in a half marathon. So if you're that kind of runner, maybe you've run 2:01, 2:05, you're right on the cusp, and you're thinking to yourself, I want to try to break 2 hours. This video is for you. What I'm going to talk about are a couple different ways of thinking about when you're going to be ready to run a sub 2-hour half marathon, and also some of the training considerations that you have to think about before you even attempt that sub 2. So first, let's talk about the training. A lot of runners are running about 15 to 25 miles a week, maybe up to 30 miles a week. That is a very common weekly mileage distance for a lot of adult recreational runners like me and you. But I think if you want to start getting into the more competitive race times, if you want to start running, say, under 2 hours for the half, you're going to have to start running a little bit more. So the first thing that I would say is gradually over time, let's get you to be comfortable with running about 30 to 40 miles per week. Now, this probably has to be done in 4 to 5 runs per week, including a long run, so that you're not trying to cram in all this mileage in just 3 runs per week. You're gonna have to spread it out over more runs during the entire week. And so once you get to 30 to 40 miles and that starts to feel comfortable, I'd love for this kind of a runner to start doing a weekly speed workout. And there's a lot of options for the types of speed workouts that you can do, but what I'll say is let's focus primarily on more aerobic oriented workouts. Things like progression runs, tempo runs, fast finish long runs are also great options that are really phenomenal for building endurance and your aerobic capacity, but they're also really great for practicing what you're going to experience during the half marathon, which is you trying to run hard when your legs are really tired. So those workouts are really great. You could also incorporate a fartlek workout, which is a series of time-based repetitions at almost any pace and with almost any recovery. That's one of the reasons why I love fartlek workouts so much, is that they're so incredibly versatile. You can structure and create so many different types of fartlek workouts. And once you're running a little bit higher mileage, once you're doing a regular workout, the next thing to look at is your long run. For the half marathon, I like to say that if you can comfortably run 10 miles in training, then you're ready to run the half marathon distance. Just like in the marathon, if you can run 20 miles, you're going to be able to finish the marathon on race day. But if you want to start getting better at the half marathon, and if you want to start thinking about running the half marathon at a faster pace rather than just finishing it, we have to start getting that long run up a little bit higher. I'd love to see runners get up to the full distance, about 13 miles, but if they can run more, that's only going to be helpful. As long as you do it carefully, safely, and gradually, that extra mileage is going to give you the strength and endurance to finish that half marathon strong. So let's try to get up to 13 to 15 miles as your long run, and that's going to really help you with your sub 2 goals. Okay, once you're well trained, the other thing to look for are your other race performances. Because if you want to run a sub 2 half marathon, you probably should be racing the 5K and the 10K and other similar distances at a competitive time, a time that is roughly equivalent to what a sub 2 half marathon is. So if you want to run a sub 2 half, then your 5K should probably be 25:45. 25:45 is a time that I would say is roughly equivalent in terms of its level of competitiveness as that sub 2 half marathon. So if you want to squeak under 2, let's try to run about 25:45 for the 5-kilometer distance. And for the 10K, 53:30 is a really good time to hit. So if you're the type of runner who's never run a half marathon, but you're running a little bit faster than 25:45 and 53:30 for 5K and 10K respectively, then I would set a sub 2 as your goal in the half marathon, because your other race performances show that you have the fitness, you just need to do the required training. So get your volume up a little bit, make sure you're consistently doing a workout and you're doing a long enough long run, and you're going to be able to break that sub 2 mark. Finally, I want to encourage you just to be focused on the process of training. If you've been watching the strength running videos for a while, you know that I don't preach any quick fixes. Running is a long-term endeavor, and if you want to have any success with it, then you have to think in a long-term way. There are no shortcuts. There is no couch to sub-2 half marathon program out there because it's a more aggressive time goal. And as soon as you have more aggressive time goals, then you have to really be process oriented. So stay consistent. I like to say that consistency is the secret sauce of successful running. Prioritize injury prevention, and every single day try to do the best you can with your assigned run or workout for the day. And over time, you are gradually going to spur the adaptations required to help you run really fast over 13.1 miles.